Artificial intelligence has advanced by leaps and bounds in recent years, but the next game changer in the industry takes it a step further by mimicking an actual brain.
While deep learning is based on supervised approach, meaning people have to be in the loop to train the technology to recognize and understand information, Cortica's technology is fully autonomous and unsupervised.
Cortica is an Israeli company that has created tech that can learn in real time, meaning human involvement isn't necessary. The company made it happen by digitally mapping the cortex in rat brains.
So the idea was not to copy the biology on a very granular level, but to isolate the computational principles and build a mathematical model that can reproduce those.
The potential applications of Cortica's technology are practically unlimited, but the company has targeted the problems seen in autonomous vehicles as something it can solve.
When you let the car start to drive out on the highways, in urban areas, even off the road, you need to be able to let the car understand many scenarios that you haven't necessarily trained the system to cope with, to detect and perceive the situation.
Cortica's technology lets cars learn and adapt on the fly, just like human drivers. To demonstrate how it works, they took us on a test drive around one of the most unpredictable driving environments, downtown Manhattan. This car is outfitted with a camera hooked up to a laptop loaded with Cortica's AI software. As you can see on the screen, the technology is learning by categorizing objects in the environment with different colors.
One of the main problems of cars is not necessarily to detect an object, in terms of distance, speed, and the vector that this object is moving, but to understand the behavior of the object.
Another business segment Cortica is looking into is security. By hooking up their software to a smart city's cameras, the technology can learn about the environment, potentially aiding authorities.
What Cortica brings to the table is the ability to recognize, understand all this visual big data and extract insights from the most simple tasks like recognizing faces on a large scale to more complex tasks, recognizing different behaviors, subtle expressions, and predicting different emerging scenarios.
Of course, the networks required for such endeavors has some worried about privacy concerns.
A lot of these systems require very widespread sensor networks and a lot of data collection, and quite independent of specific concerns about AI, there are reasons one might reasonably be worried about building those kinds of sensor networks and collecting that volume of data.
As the Internet of Things continues to expand to include everyday items, devices will only continue to get smarter, and AI like Cortica's will become even more prominent.